It was late. Too late. Nathan should have stayed at the party, crashed on a friend's couch, or just walked home. But instead, he pulled out his phone and ordered an Uber. Driver arriving in 2 minutes. Black Toyota Camry. Daniel. The car pulled up right on time. Nathan opened the door, sliding into the back seat. The air inside was warm, with the faintest hint of cologne. The driver, a middle-aged man with graying hair and dark eyes, turned slightly. Hey, Nathan. Nathan Tenzet. He didn't remember telling the driver his name. Relax, he thought. It's in the app. He fastened his seatbelt, and the car pulled away from the curb. But something felt off. You must be tired, the driver said casually. Long day at work, who? Nathan frowned. Yeah, he muttered. So meeting likes it. He hadn't set a pickup location from work. The app just had his current location. Maybe it's just a guess, Nathan told himself. You're lucky, the driver continued, his voice smooth, friendly. You get to leave at a decent hour. I remember when you used to work those late-night shifts. That must have been rough. Nathan's stomach dropped. His last job, the one with overnight shifts, had been 2 years ago. Before he could respond, the driver chuckled. But I guess it's better than that warehouse job you had in college, right? Nathan's blood went cold. He had never mentioned that job to anyone. His fingers hovered over his phone. He wanted to text someone, anyone. But before he could, the driver spoke again. You still dating Emily? Nathan's breath caught in his throat. Emily, his ex-girlfriend. They had broken up 8 months ago. His heart pounded as he stared at the driver's reflection in the rearview mirror. How do you know that? The driver smiled. Oh, Nathan. I know a lot about you. His voice was still friendly. Too friendly. Nathan's grip tightened on his phone. Did we meet before? The driver laukhet. Azoft. Knovinglauch. Of course we did. But don't worry, you'll remember soon. Nathan's phone buzzed in his hand. Uber notification. Your ride is completed. His chest tightened. What's ahead? We're still driving. The driver side. Turning down a dark, empty street. No houses. No street lights. Just an endless stretch of road surrounded by trees. Nathan's heart slammed against his ribs. Where are we going? He asked, voice unsteady. The driver ignored him. Nathan tapped his phone frantically, trying to call 911. No service. Look man, just let me out, Nathan said, trying to stay calm. The driver exhaled. Nathan, don't make this difficult. The car slowed. Nathan's pulse pounded. The driver turned his head slightly. I need you to remember me. Nathan's fingers trembled on the door handle. Locked. Who are you? He whispered. The driver smiled in the mirror. I'm the last ride you will ever take. The road stretched on forever. Or maybe time had stopped. Nathan's breathing was uneven. This wasn't random. This driver knew him. And then, a memory surfaced. A horrible memory. 3 years ago. Nathan had been drunk, too drunk. Driving home. Areni night. A man crossing the street. A man he never stopped for. Nathan had killed someone. And never looked back. Now, his blood ran cold as he looked at the driver's reflection again. Because this time, he recognized him. Nathan's body Frotze. It was him. The man from the accident. But that was impossible. He had been dead. The driver's lips curled into a smile. Ah, he sighed. You remember now. Nathan screamed. He yanked at the door handle, kicked at the window, pounded on the glass. But the car just kept driving. The tres bluered outside. The road stretched into nothing. And the driver whispered, "Don't worry, Nathan. You won't be leaving this time." The car sped up. Nathan thrashed, clawing at the door. But the last thing he saw was the driver laughing. And then, everything went black.